Police got the call just after 5 p.m. tonight. It is now turned into a standoff. At least one person has been taken to the hospital, but it's still unclear if they were hit by gunfire. Police are said to be doing reverse 911 calls for neighbors requesting they shelter in place while the situation is unfolding. We do have a crew on the way. Some have even arrived already, and we'll bring you details from there live on the ground as soon as we get them into the newsroom. In a surprise move, lawyers for President-elect Donald Trump offer a $25 million settlement in the case of Trump University. The settlement came just 1 hour before a hearing in San Diego federal court on whether to delay the November 28th trial in one of the cases. The settlement was announced by New York's Attorney General. Trump's attorneys had asked for the trial to be delayed, saying Trump would be too busy getting ready to assume the role of president after he won the election. Trump will have to pay $1 million in penalties to the state of New York for violating state education laws.
At the end of this, you have to respect the other side for the fight and respect the fact that in the end, he did do the right thing, and we do appreciate that.
Oh, look at that. How you put penny on there?
President Trump can focus on his
That's not no penny.
I got that from Facebook. See, at
Some
dawn
of the
we
students date
attack.
back to 2013. The students
And watch this,
promised
Mom.
they would learn
Turn it
real
off.
estate secrets at Trump University from
At dawn we attack, and
handpicked
that's
by Trump.
my.
Students paid $35,000 to attend that school. To talk about the
You
Trump
made me
University
forget where
settlement
I
and whether
was.
there is any political
Yeah,
fallout for the
that's
president-elect,
that's
we're bringing
why
Fox 5
that's why
political analyst
I
Paul
saved it,
Green.
Bob.
Good to see you once again.
Good to see you, Kathleen.
Throughout the campaign, Trump insisted he would not settle Carl. Was this really the only logical course of action the president-elect could take?
Yeah, most certainly, Kathleen. We want to focus on the presidency and the transition, so let's get this off the table. Now, there are dozens of other lawsuits that are still percolating involving Donald Trump. He's had some 4,000 in his 40-year career, about 2 a week. So this may not be the last time you see the president moving toward court.
So does that open the door then for future legal matters involving the Trump organization? Will he settle more? Is that the trend we should expect to see?
Well, that becomes a question, Kathleen, because the Trump organization is sprawling. We don't know the full details of it. Tax returns still haven't been released, probably will never be released. But this could end up with more lawsuits trickling out here and there. For the most part, though, the president-elect can now say he took the high road on this, he settled, he'll move on. And the $25 million, some speculated that he didn't want to settle all these things because his finances.
He's not gonna take a
Senator
paycheck.
Jeff Sessions and
Who's
Lieutenant
not
General
gonna take a-
Michael Flynn. What
Trump
do you
is not
read
Yeah, he
into
said
this
he's not gonna
rather
take a
controversial
paycheck.
case?
Well, they're not
Why-
only
Pays his $1.
Kathleen, from the viewpoint of the
Why
Trump
would
campaign.
Trump
All of these picks of the
say
Senator
that?
Sessions,
I don't know.
his new pick for national security
Maybe-
advisor,
maybe
they all
it could
echo
go for some
themes from the
taxes.
campaign, and they're all insider loyalists. People who very early on were supporting
Oh, wow.
Donald Trump. Now, question now, will he do something like
I
Mitt
will
Romney,
have
the
to-
Secretary of State,
to show
some reach out toward more of the
Mommy,
moderate middle of the
Sandra,
Republican Party, something to help
this,
achieve a rise,
text.
make Democrats happy,
I-
Democrats happy.
I got a
Remains to be
text
seen.
about
Democrats aren't seeing that they're getting new
Aaron's
seats at the table.
to school,
Actually, no
and
seats at all, and this could
is
prove to be
Sandra
divisive when
supposed
it comes to
to call?
confirmation hearings.
There seems to be a real lack of diversity in
She's-
selections so far as well. Is it fair to
It's
say
just
that these
you.
elections are not designed to allay any of the fears that we're seeing out there about racism, Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, or other divisive rhetoric lingering from that campaign?
I don't know. I think they're reasonably diverse. You've got old white guys. You've got ultra conservatives like Mr. Bannon. Yeah, you're going to have backlash in this, Kathleen. This is not going to be the Rainbow Coalition in the Trump presidency unless he makes some surprising picks down the pipe, and that could hurt him a year or two out when he goes into midterm elections.
And do the Democrats really have a fighting chance to block any of these appointments?
At this point, Kathleen, there's the Bannon. You don't have to go for this for a confirmation. National Security Advisor don't have that confirmation.